What's going on? So I wanted to go over a couple little things in this video. Kind of just going for a drive. I put the GoPro on, put the mics in here, nothing too crazy. So I wanted to go over some modifications that are sometimes overlooked, or kind of people say they might be expensive. Are they worth it? And just kind of shed some light onto it and just start a conversation with you guys. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about some interior mods, and it's going to be the shift knob and the steering wheel. Now, my steering wheel, as you can see, is still factory, but I do have a Guardian Designs wheel that I think should be shipping any day now, believe it or not. I placed the order at this point over 3 weeks ago. I think next week is going to be a month. So I have a custom Guardian Design steering wheel on order. I'm really excited to get that in, because if you don't know, Guardian Designs allows you to fully customize colors, materials, the style, and everything. Lots of different things. So it's really nice. I'm excited to get that in. And as most of you might know, I don't know if you can see in this video, but I have a Raceseng shift knob, I think that's how you pronounce it, which I didn't even hear of them until I got this car, the 124. I was actually looking for a TWM shift knob. Some of you guys may know about them. I had them in multiple cars, Evos, M3, when I had plenty of shift knobs with them. But they apparently went out of business. And then in came Raceseng. So, I personally love doing these types of interior mods for multiple reasons. One, yes, it does amplify the look. It makes the interior look a little bit nicer. But, and as a driver, you spend the time inside the car. So, that's how I like to think too. But another big thing is the driving feel. People just think it's just for looks or it's expensive. But for me, I like the feel of the weighted shift knob. It really does make it easier to go into gear and everything. I know there's a lot of talk about folks saying, it's not good to hold your hand on here, or a shift knob, if it's too heavy, it could damage things. I don't know. You could believe what you want to believe. I don't think it's going to damage a transmission if the shift knob is a tiny bit heavier than stock. Now, surprisingly, when I put this shift knob on, the stock factory shift knob in the 124 Abarth is actually pretty hefty. I was actually surprised. But again, this one is a little bit heavier. I have another one from Raceseng that's even heavier, although I do like this red look because it ties into the red, on the tack and the stitching and some other parts. And then when it comes to the steering wheel, again, driver feel and improvement mixed with the look. I've never been a fan of this factory 124 Spider Abarth steering wheel. I always thought it was very thin, very just generic looking. Like, it kind of just reminded me of like an old Honda Accord. It was nothing special. And coming from a Golf R, it had more texture, a little more ergonomics. I believe it was a flat bottom D. And I did, if you guys know, I bought a Kent style wheel off of Amazon. I'll have the link up here to that unboxing. The wheel looked great, it felt great, it was flat bottom, but they didn't do the flat bottom by decreasing any dimensions. Like, Guardian Designs can decrease the dimension of the wheel a hair, and then they take some material, I believe, upwards to make that flat bottom. Where Kent style, they use a factory wheel, but it doesn't take anything inward. It basically, believe it or not, it adds material to the bottom, like on the right and left bottom, to give it that flat bottom appearance. And because of that, it actually extends a little bit more. And sometimes when I'm driving, I have a habit of driving with my left leg up, and I said in my old video, although it honestly hasn't happened that much anymore, but it might hit my arm if I'm turning the wheel with my hand on my knee or whatever. So I just wanted to get the Guardian Designs. It was a little bit smaller. I thought I would enjoy that, as well as the looks. You could really go custom with it. So yeah, those are the main reasons why I think these parts are a worthy upgrade. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference. It's your money, it's your car, it's whatever is gonna make you happy. I get these for me. I'm the one in the car. No one really sees these, you know what I'm saying? These are more driver mods in the sense that they're visually and functional for the driver. Well, like I said, when I'm driving, I think I'm going to enjoy both the look, the style of it, but the overall feel and improvement of a smaller wheel with overall better materials and a better ergonomic design, as well as the shift knob being heavier, and it just does feel really good. I wasn't a fan of the factory knob anyway. It reminded me of my old C7 Corvette, the Stingray. It was a 7-speed manual, but it had that similar shape. If I put a picture up side by side, I'm pretty sure, I'm going off recollection here, I'm pretty sure they're gonna look kind of similar. I like this more round style. I love the Napa leather. With the red, they call it a translucent red, and it just looks beautiful. It's like a dark cherry red almost. Forgot I had the air on this whole damn time. So, going back to interior mods, the shift boots. Again, personal preference. The factory ones are black with black stitching. It's fake leather, and I've always been a fan of Redline goods. Same thing when it comes to shift knobs. I've always done this in all my old cars. My old Evo, my M3, I went to Redline goods. I went custom. I got a shift boot, e-brake boot that matched the style that I was going for with the interior. And in this car, interior-wise, it's more of like that red and black theme. So what I do, I went with real Napa leather on the shift boot and on the e-brake boot. And I went with red stitching, which looks really nice and flows really well with the other red bits that are inside the car. Oh man, it is hot today. I'm about to put the air back on. With the air off, the car just feels so much nicer and more lively, but it is hot. So unless I'm doing a little spirited pull, I might just put the air back on. Let's crank that up a bit. Luckily, this still functions. The P3 boost gauge, that's what I love about it. The air just hits me right here on the shoulder. It's perfect. This vent is blocked off because I got my phone with a magnetic mount over here. So yeah, when it comes to these type of mods, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on them. I know it's all personal preference, but I just wanted to kind of share my reasoning behind these mods. Some people say they're useless, they're expensive, you know, you could put your money elsewhere, and that's where, yeah, you're right. It's whatever you prioritize. Some people prioritize looks, some people prioritize power, some people prioritize handling or overall car feel and the engagement of it. Me, I usually always leaned towards power first and looks second, and I guess when it comes to these type of mods, it kind of just fits right in the middle in the sense that, like, I just enjoy doing them, and I do them pretty early on, usually in the driving experience, like when I get my car, because I do thoroughly enjoy upgrading these interior parts. But, you know, I went with the tune and the bolt-ons fairly quickly. You know, when it comes to looks, like I said, I usually go second with that, and the proof is here. All I did was springs and wheels when it comes to the exterior. There's literally nothing else done to this. I have plans to possibly wrap it. I have plans to maybe get a duckbill spoiler, a front lip spoiler, all these different things, but I haven't done them yet because it's second. What did I do? All the bolt-ons first, phase 2 Euro compulsion tune, then I started doing some interior bits. It all depends on what you want to do, you know? For me, I kind of focus on usually power first, then do a little bit of looks to kind of tie it together. And when it comes to these interior mods, it's just something I'll do when I feel like it, usually earlier on, because I do feel like it amplifies the driving experience, just the overall driving experience for the driver, which is me, you know, you, if it's your car, me driving the car, I'm inside. These are tactile items. Every time you drive the car, I am touching the shift knob and the steering wheel. So these are items that if you upgrade, to me at least, you're getting your money's worth, because you're literally using them every single time you get inside the car. And it's a perfect mix of bringing some style the way you want to the interior, as well as amplifying the driving experience. Like I said, a weighted shift knob, a smaller steering wheel, better materials, ergonomics, that's gonna just feel better. And it's up to you if it's worth it to you to spend the money to do it. And there are plenty of options out there. Like I said, the Ken style wheel, which I'll have the link below and the video to that unboxing. And I said it in that video, it's a perfect wheel. The wheel itself, it felt amazing, it looked amazing. I just wasn't the biggest fan that it did not change the dimensions at all, and the D, like I said, on the bottom, the flat bottom, it kind of extended out more. So because of that, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna spend a little bit more and go completely custom, and then I can wrap in that custom feel to the rest of my interior, which is what I did. I'm excited to get that in. I'm not saying what I did as far as customization, but I will say I don't think I've seen any Guardian Designs wheel to the spec that I got. You know, they're very big on Miata wheels. They do a lot of other ones too, but they're very big on the Miata platform. The 124 following the same ND Miata interior structure with the same wheel. But I've never seen this exact spec'd out wheel. At first, I was gonna go with the more generic red on the sides, black or maybe Alcantara, you know, leather, Napa top bottom. So I will say it's not that generic looking, because I know a lot of folks get that, and I wanted to get that too. But then I wanted something a little more simplistic that still had a little style to it. So I'll leave it at that, but I'm excited. It should be shipping any day right now. When I get it, I'll obviously be doing an unboxing of it, put it in, either myself or I'll bring it to a shop. I honestly don't know. I need to look at some install videos again on how to do it. I don't think it's too difficult. I'm just gonna see if I have the time and feel like installing it myself. If I do, maybe I'll do a little video on that. Regardless, we'll have an unboxing video when it comes in. We're gonna have obviously a video, and we'll put it this way, you're gonna be seeing it in every single POV style video, and I'll be taking lots of photos of it because the thing just looks beautiful. I know it's gonna look beautiful. It's something that, like I said, I haven't seen done. Oddly, it's kind of funny, I actually photoshopped the look I wanted myself, and I was like, you know what, that's it. That's how I kind of picked it. I picked different style cues from different wheels that I found, never saw in spec like this, and I went in Photoshop with my limited skills, and I photoshopped the wheel that I wanted. And when I fell in love with that particular one right then and there, I went ahead and put an order in, spec'd it out the way it was. I think I was speaking to, is it Angelos? I think there's about maybe three or four guys over there. I forget 100%, but I think it was Angelos. So when this video goes up, it's probably gonna be after, but today is June 10th. Yeah, today's June 10th. And tomorrow, June 11th, I'm going to the track. By the time I put this video up, it's probably gonna be well after, because it's just gonna be like a random video I throw up in the future, and we'll see what happens. But if you're watching this and that video's up with the track, I'm trying to get low 14s. Depends on the weather. Really hoping to get high 13s, but I really think I'm just dreaming for that one. I don't think that's gonna happen on pump gas and stock turbo. Whatever I got is probably already live, so you want to check that out. I'll link it up here and in the description. Most likely it's gonna be mid-low 14s. That's what other folks are running with this type of setup, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna end the video now. If you enjoy it, I'm probably gonna do one more pull in a little bit, because I got some open road in a little bit, but if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe for more. We have a Forged atmospheric blow-off valve giveaway that is either about to happen or going on, depending on when I'm putting this video up, and plenty more videos. Plenty more videos, those are coming too, but plenty more giveaways that are gonna come as well. I gotta fix this, I hate this damn, there we go. The sagging in the back, you guys get that with the 124? It's such a pain. Uphill.